What's going on, everyone? How are you guys doing? It is March 3rd, 2021, and it is time for your AEW Dynamite post-show. It was the go-home episode until AEW Revolution this Sunday. Big event, lots and lots and lots of matches for the pay-per-view tonight, the pay-per-view on Sunday. Lots of stuff going on tonight. The show was hot tonight from start to finish. They brought it. They knew that a bunch of people were going to be watching the product tonight, and they did not slow down whatsoever. It was incredible. Let me know what you guys thought about tonight's show in the comments, in the chat here. I'm still trying to wrap up my my post here. We are now live for the AEW Dynamite show. Yeah. Funny how I was thinking originally that I wanted to have a 30-second intro, and the 3 or 4 minutes it's not nearly enough to get all this stuff done. Oh my god. Swipe up to come hang out with us. Yes, be a grand old time with everyone in the chat. We're hanging out, lots of crazy stuff, and actually we have some stuff to talk about before we even get to tonight's AEW Dynamite as well. Flash says it's Wednesday. You know what that means. 100%, my friend. 100%. Another solid episode in the books. Let me go through here. Mason, how are you doing? Basili, Leroy, Tara Bull, Ozzy, how are you guys doing? OB James, Marcel, always good to see you. Flash as well. Mally Man, Hoodie, how are you doing? Safa, JVOJ, always good to see you guys. Ale, how you doing? Nate the Great has returned. How are you, my friend? Jared Dashing, how are you doing, my friend? How are you doing? Jared says, congrats on the YouTube partnership, my friend. Well deserved. Thank you so much, man. I really, really appreciate it. It's interesting. It's interesting. And with that in mind, super chats are open as well. Greatly appreciated. Thank you to everyone for the last donations. That was incredibly kind of you. Thank you guys so much for that. Hoodie says Cody Rhodes jump on Shaq through 2 tables was, wait for it.
Such good shit.
Yeah, it really was, man. That was good. Warrior says Shaq was out here giving Cody the Shaq foo. Yes, it was good, man. It was good. Believe it or not, I was ready to shit all over the Shaq match. I was ready for it. I was like, man, this is going to be terrible. This is going to be a complete disaster. I cannot believe that AEW is going to do something so ridiculous. Damn, I was wrong. Man. My apologies to Shaq, man. It was amazing. It was amazing. I saw First says, good evening.
Such good shit.
Podcast. Thank you, my friend. Always a pleasure to see you as well. Sava says, I think after Pat McAfee and Shaq, we need to stop doubting celebrities. So I think that, you can include Bad Bunny in that as well, because Bad Bunny has been very good in WWE as well. It's usually just Raw or SmackDown, I guess, you know? Marcel says NBA fans loved the match. Praised from them everywhere. Crazy. That's awesome. That is awesome to see. Nate says, yo, how do you keep up with both shows and still have time to post? What do you do? I'm just a god, man. That pretty much sums it up. So, quickly to describe my setup here, I have OBS open, and then I have both shows open so I have a quadruple monitor setup, so 4 monitors. So my far left one has OBS. My far right one is like a big ass TV. So I have AEW Dynamite on that one. I have NXT on the one next to it. And then I have Twitter on the one next to that. So I have like a nice little line of monitors here. So I take the screenshots through OBS. I take the screenshots. I post them bad boys on me Twitter account. And wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. There we go. I take them and put them on Instagram. Put them on Instagram. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. But thankfully, I think that's going to be the first topic of tonight. NXT's moving to Tuesday. I think it's pretty widely accepted now that it's actually going to happen. I think it's actually going to happen. JBOJ says Shaq did pretty great tonight. I thought so too, man. I thought so too. OB James says the build to the Shaq match sucked, but it was a good match. Yeah, you know, I really liked the promos and stuff that Shaq did outside of AEW, but I wasn't a fan of the stuff that he did inside of AEW. That like sit down with Brandy Rhodes was kind of weird. Marcel says, by the way, is Shaq the Fiend? So we never saw what happened to Shaq. He just disappeared. I really thought that he was going to attack Big Show. I thought that that's what they were going to do. And so I'm kind of shocked to have not seen that happen. Very interesting. Very interesting. Leroy says, did Paul Wight really say evolution? I'm not sure. Did he? He might have. Raphael says, as an NBA fan, I would have liked that match even if it was bad, so I loved it. I thought it was great. I was very impressed. Very, very impressed. Rocco says, I honestly think this show hits over 1 million. I would hope so. Man. After starting off the show with that Shaq match, and then they didn't stop. Man. Big ups to them tonight. They killed it. Tonight. Safa says, I think the Hall of Fame worthy debut at Revolution will be Christian. It could be. We're certainly going to talk about that tonight because there are a couple of really solid options, I think. A couple of really solid ones that I think would be a good fit. Jared says, could Marty Scurll be the newest signing at Revolution? I don't think so. No, I wouldn't say that Marty Scurll is a Hall of Famer or future Hall of Famer in terms of like right now, this very second. And also, you know, he was just supposed to be, or he wasn't supposed to be, he was at New Japan Strong working there. And when people found out, when the news broke of that, everyone lost their shit. So, and they've completely removed him supposedly from that Strong taping. So, and any future plans that they had with him are out the window as well. So I can't see AEW going under fire for that either. It's not worth it. Maybe someday, but not now. I saw first says big ups to Shaq for respecting the business. Shaq put in the work and great wrestling match. Man, the chops. The chop from Shaq was fantastic. Loved it. Table spot, great as well. The power bomb, it was good, man. It was all good. Raphael says it's either going to be Brock Lesnar, CM Punk, or Kurt Angle. Mark my words. Could see it happening. Warrior says Shaq is a magic genie. Remember, y'all didn't watch Kazam. Yes. Right? Marcel says, did you see that Max Caster rap? He went full dark. Yes, he did. Yes. It was good. You know, I'm really surprised. I didn't think that I would like the Acclaimed, but I actually do kind of like them. I like the Acclaim. I think they're talented, but I didn't expect to like the gimmicks. But I actually do like it. Surprisingly, it's very weird. Flash says, I have to watch the match. I'm hearing good things about it. I didn't catch it all because of work. Yes, definitely watch the Shaq match. It was entertaining. If anything else, it was entertaining. I loved it. Shaq, Basili says, give me Shaq versus Charles Barkley at AEW. It's time. There we go, man. JBO, maybe Cass and Enzo. I don't think so. I don't think so. I wouldn't consider either one of those guys future Hall of Famers. And I think you get too much shit for signing Cass and Enzo. I don't think it's worth it. I think it's going to be a huge name. Either that or it's going to be a big swerve. I don't know. Mason says, see you on Friday. Well, thank you for tuning in, Mason. I greatly appreciate it, man. I will see you on Friday. We have a lot of stuff to talk about tonight. We have a lot of stuff going on this week in general. And I'm never going to be able to leave my house again. That pretty much sums up my life. I'm going to be stuck at home watching wrestling for the rest of my life. Delight says, I told you Brock Lesnar was going to debut at Revolution. I do want to talk about it. I think there's a lot to talk about here with the possibility of Brock Lesnar showing up in AEW and what that looks like. What does that look like? Molly Man says, I thought Shaq was going to come out to Panda by Designer like he did at WrestleMania 32. That would have been hilarious. Jeremy says NXT was pretty good tonight. It looked pretty solid. I don't like the women's tag team stuff. Brutal. Delight says, hold up, John Cena is a Wipeout host and Wipeout is on TBS. What if? I don't know. Flash says, by the way, did Shaq make a Brody Lee thing before the powerbomb? I believe so. I caught that as well. I thought that's what it was. Personally, I thought that's what it was. Rocco says, I just want Death Triangle to get all the gold. Well, supposedly this year, Tony Khan tells us that in 2021, we will get trios tag titles. So they're on the way. I could definitely see Death Triangle being the first trios tag champs. I would love it. Safa says Pat McAfee or Shaq. Pat McAfee, man. Pat McAfee killed it, man. He had a great match with Adam Cole, and then the stuff in the War Games match, jumping off the cage and stuff. That's awesome. Warrior says the only thing I truly hated from the Shaq match was Cody still coming out to that god awful Snoop Dogg remix. Go back, please. 100%. 100%. God, I hate it so much, man. I hate it so much. God. Jared says, if so, please let it be Beard Brock. Oh my God, dude. Yes. Beard Brock would be
such good shit.
That would be so good. I don't understand why Brock doesn't have a beard like 100% of the time. Because he should. He should have a beard 100% of the time. Marcel says, we need some love for Tully tonight. He was awesome. He was. And we were just talking about Sean Spears. And look at that. I believe it was actually Marcel, the one that said they were going to be doing the 4 Horsemen type stuff. And we are one more person closer. I enjoyed that match. I didn't think I was going to enjoy that either, but I thought it was great. Vasily says Sting by himself almost took out all of Team Taz until Brian Cage came out. The funny thing about them too is that Brian Cage didn't get, oh no, sorry, not Brian Cage. It was Powerhouse Hobbs who did not get in the ring. He just tried to reach for Ricky Starks. Why didn't he just hop in the ring? I don't get it. Vasily says that was amazing with Arn Anderson coming out in the end. Yes, man. Yes. Rocco says, I'm saying have Paige or Cody as the 4th Horseman. I would probably say Cody because Paige is going to be involved in a lot of stuff going forward. Molly Man says Cody's Snoop Dogg remix is not
good shit.
Ethan Page, man, I hope that Ethan Page signs with AEW at some point. Ethan Page is awesome. Philip, how are you doing, my friend? Welcome. Always good to see you. Philip says, like I said, I love the Nexus. If they don't bring them back, they should bring back the core at WrestleMania 37. And hello, my friend. I did have some very exciting news for you, but it turned out to be a not so good thing after all. So Carlito was booked for this charity women's event. Carlito was supposed to be at it. At least they were advertising him for it, but turns out they booked Joey Ryan for the event and no one knew, so they were all pissed off. And then turns out Joey Ryan was actually the one that made the event and people were not happy. Then it turns out that the women's charity that it was for women to find Jesus. So yeah, that got canceled. They deleted everything for it, and they lied about a bunch of stuff. So I did have some good Carlito news, but it turned out not being very good. I'm sorry, Philip. I'm sorry. Vasily says Rick, instead of Ric Flair wasting his time in a pointless storyline with Lacey Evans, have Rick go to AEW and reunite with Arn and Tully. How crazy would that have been if the last time we saw Ric Flair on TV was Charlotte saying, "Go home, Dad. I don't want you here. Go home." And then he just straight up just shows up on AEW Dynamite. That would be crazy. That would be hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Okay, so let's talk about a couple things here. NXT moving to Tuesday nights. Let's start with that. Let's start with that one. News going around that, April 13th? April 13th, I believe, is the rumored date going around that NXT, April 13th, NXT will be moving to Tuesday nights. NXT moving to Tuesday nights starting on April 13th. That is the week following WrestleMania, which is also very interesting. JVOJ says the Wednesday Night Wars are over. It seems so. And I'm very happy about this. This is fantastic news. Fantastic news. Adam Cole says, "Hey everyone, I'm here and like I said, Undisputed Era is fine. Thank you, Adam Cole. I greatly appreciate you speaking the truth, man, and letting everyone know what's really going on. It's really going on." Anthony says, "I'm here too. Welcome, Anthony. Good to see you, my friend." Jared says, "Hunter finally realizing he's lost." Yeah, thankfully, man. It's time. I Saw It First says, "It's crazy how AEW didn't pull off from the gas pedal for at least 90 minutes of the show, and I never switched to NXT." Yeah, I feel like I feel like I didn't see a lot of NXT tonight. I really did. I feel like I missed out on quite a bit of it because I was glued to it, man, especially in the opening match. Like, I couldn't turn away. It was good. Molly Man says, "Now that NXT is moving to Tuesday nights, Wednesdays are going to be a lot easier for AEW." Yes, they are. And more importantly, like everyone that loves NXT so much, I'll be able to cover it more in depth. So that will be very cool. And also, we'll have an NXT post show. It'll be nice. It'll be awesome. We'll have Monday Night Raw on Monday, NXT on Tuesdays, Dynamites on Wednesday. I'll have a day off on Thursday, thank the Lord. And Friday we'll have Friday Night SmackDown. It's cool. It's very cool. I'm very excited about this. The one thing that I am not so excited about is WrestleMania weekend. Oh my God. Oh, and before we move on a little bit, I don't want this to be like a AEW won and NXT lost type deal. For me, this is a best of both worlds type deal here. Yes, NXT was never able to really take the odds away from AEW and everything like that, but at the end of the day, I think this is more important for everyone, for wrestling fans everywhere. Like, we can all finally watch the shows that we want to watch in their entirety without having to miss something. So now all of us that watch both NXT and Dynamite, we can actually sit back, relax, and watch NXT, and we can sit back, relax, and watch Dynamite the way that they're supposed to be viewed. We won't have to miss anything. I'm so excited. It's excellent. I don't see this as an L necessarily for NXT. I just think that this is great. I really do. And I don't really think that it'll take away from Impact. Impact's viewership is fairly small. So I don't think it'll take away anything from that. But it will be interesting because you will have NXT, AEW Dark, and Impact all on at the same exact time, I believe. So if you're big on Dark and Impact and stuff, this might be a little bit shitty for you, but I don't watch either one of those really, so this is fine for me. This is fine. Rocco says, yeah, NXT won only like twice. They won in December and the Keith Lee vs. Cole match. Yep. Yeah, they only won a handful of times, and I think it's just, it was time. It's time. And I'm glad that someone there finally realized it and that someone had the balls to pull the trigger on it. It makes all the sense in the world. Like, who cares? What's the difference between AEW hitting 800,000 to 900,000 viewers as opposed to 1 million? It doesn't matter. They're still a top 3 to top 5 cable show every single week, and their demo is still very high. None of it matters. None of it matters. So why not move to Tuesday, increase your own viewership by 200,000 to 300,000, maybe capture some of the Dynamite viewership as well, and raise your demo, because a lot of the times NXT doesn't even chart, unfortunately. Usually they're just barely off of the top 50. If not, they're usually somewhere in the 30s. So this is a win for everyone. Win for everyone. I still like NXT, and I want to see it do very well. And I really like this. I really like it. Rocco says, I honestly don't think AEW will get a huge increase in viewership. I don't think they'll get a huge increase, but I definitely think they'll get a little bit. A little bit, for sure. Raphael says, I wonder how many viewers AEW will do now that it doesn't have to worry about NXT. Will it crack 1 million? I would assume so. If not, I think it would be in the high 900s at least. But we know what AEW Dynamite's expectations is. We know that TNT expected Dynamite to pull in 500,000 viewers. We know that. So anything more than 500,000 a week is good. It's good. 600,000 is still a win in terms of what they were projected. Probably not now, considering that they've been up so high, but that was the bar. 500K was the bar. We have no idea what the bar is for NXT. No idea. But I would assume it'd be somewhere similar now. Somewhere similar. I saw first as wrestling fans can now watch 4 days of wrestling shows each week. That is insane. Yes, it is. And I'm never going to be able to leave my house. God damn it. I'm going to be stuck at home watching wrestling every day. God damn it. What have I done? What have I done? Jared says, this feels like a Hunter move. He realizes Dynamite is the next generation and accepted his loss respectfully. And that's the only way to do it, man. It's the only way to do it. Congratulate each other. It was all good. See you at some point down the line. Although, we do have NXT Evolve coming up, so who knows what day that's going to be on. Maybe Thursdays. I'm assuming that'll be on Peacock. I would assume. I'm not quite sure. Adam Cole says, AEW, are we going to watch my match next week for the NXT Championship? Yes, 100%. 100%. Flash says, don't see it as a failure. See it as a big chance for NXT to improve their demo. Yep. Exactly. Now you can probably get some of the AEW Dynamite guys to watch your show as well. So I think it's a win-win. I really do. And I'm very excited. I'm very excited. I've been so tired of the counter programming and stuff like that. And it's like, it's cool, you know, like you're doing these big things that I want to watch, but like when you're counter programming all of this stuff, like, God damn it, I want to watch it. You know, like I want to watch all of this stuff, and I can't watch both of these things at the same time in the same fashion that I would if they were just on by themselves. So like counter programming, it hurts us more than anything, you know, because we want to watch these things. We want to watch them. So, oh man, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for this. And we're going to talk about the upcoming schedule here too, because it's going to be brutal. The lad says, dude, you have ads. Congrats if you're getting paid. Yes. Yes. Big money. AOW has entered the building. We getting paid out here these days. We got ads. We got mid rolls. We got like clickable links. We got super chats. You name it. We got it all, man. We got it all over here now. Thank you guys so much, man. I'm still so excited about that. So excited. James, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Shin, good to see you as well. It says, great go-home episode for Revolution. I agree. It was really good. They really built up to Revolution. And I do want to talk about Revolution as a whole, probably before we get to the show as well. Anthony says you're getting paid like Cameron Grimes. Yeah. If I don't know about that. The AEW ad stonks have not gone to the moon quite yet. Not yet. JBOJ says, so will NXT Evolve be for new wrestlers, or will the NXT roster be a part of it too? I think it's new wrestlers. I think. Flash says, hashtag CWC Screwjob. Yeah. I can't believe that. I can't believe it. I saw first says AEW will go over 1 million viewers guaranteed, taking some NXT daily weekly viewers tuning in as well. So you're talking about going forward? I could see it. Jared says, I think NXT will gradually shift away from the main roster. The Pearce and Regal segment seemed interesting. It was really weird to see Adam and Pearce on NXT. It was very weird. I was not expecting to see that. Kumar says Dynamite had Nitro vibes all over, man. I think that's been their goal. I think it's been their goal to bring back that like WCW feeling. Rocco says, I love how they call AEW WCW 2.0, but the stuff Raw does seems a lot like WCW. See, here's the thing. I think that a lot of people call AEW WCW 2.0 as like supposed to be like a bad thing, like 2000s WCW or whatever before they crumbled. But I think the whole goal this whole entire time was to recapture those days back in WCW. So like they're kind of right, but in a different way, you know, they're kind of wrong at the same time. So Philip says, but my favorite group is the Nexus and the Core, which is you like reading my comments. Nice. James says, why can't they move NXT to sci-fi? Because they don't want to see Finn Balor beating up any zombies or something like that. Warrior says, people forget that WCW was good before. Yeah, I don't get it. Delight says, people call it AEW TNA 2.0. Yes, I hear that a lot as well. I saw first says AEW making money like Dashy XP. Welcome back to Super Moneymaker. I wish. God, I wish. Man, I want to play games so bad, man. So bad. I need to. I'm so close to being like back on top of all my tasks and stuff. And I can't wait to start gaming as well. I really want to get into that as well. I think it'll be a lot of fun. And, you know, I think like if any of you are gamers, like we could play games together on stream, on videos. We could do it all. There's so many fun games out there to play and stuff. So I hope that I'm able to do that pretty soon. Within the next couple of weeks would be ideal. JVOJ says, if Brock goes to AEW, at least we have the guy who looks like him. Yeah, there you go. You have, what does he call himself? The God Killer or something like that? The God Killer? Raphael says, it would be so weird to see Brock turn up in AEW after Bobby Lashley just called him out. Did he? Bobby Lashley called out Brock Lesnar? Oh. Yes, I want to see that match so bad. I want to see it so bad. Marcelo says the countdown show is heat. It's great. I'm gonna have to check it out. They do some pretty good work over there. They do some pretty good work on those. I'll have to check it out for sure. Basili says, I'm watching that too. Some great promos and stories and build up work. Nice. And you know, I like that because I thought they built up a lot of the matches great tonight as well. Great. This was a great go home show for AEW Revolution this Sunday. Delight says they got Onita on the countdown show. Is that the guy that was on the hype video for the barbed wire match as well? Oh, yep. Flash says the same thing. Yep. Nice. I'm so excited to see that match, to see what they're able to do. It's going to be so interesting. Anthony says Bobby called Brock out on WWE and Fox. Go check it out. Yes. Is it finally happening? Twitter.com, WWE on Fox. Let me see. Marcel says, why are people saying the card is long? 8 matches is normal. Is it 8 matches? Oh, damn it. I don't have any of that up anymore. Let's see if I can. I took a bunch of screenshots of them. So we'll see. It would be under here. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, that's not a match. And then one's on the buy-in. So yeah, 8. Yep, 8. One match on the buy-in and then a Paul Wight segment. JBOJ says Bruce Pritchard better take some notes. Yes, please, for the love of God. Yes. Okay, where is this? You know, I'll look for this Bobby Lashley thing later. Rocco says, what's on the buy-in? Oh god, it's a tag team match, I believe. It's damn it. I'll find it. Hold on one sec. It is Thunder Rosa and Riho taking on Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, and Reba. That is the buy-in for Revolution. Raphael says, so are the surprise entrants in the ladder match and this big signing going to be connected? Interesting. I hadn't thought about that. At all. Ale says, you think it's RVD getting signed? I hope not, man. I hope not. Molly Man says, watch Gold be the person that Paul Wight was talking about. Oh my god, people are going to be so pissed. Thankfully, we know that Gold is tied into a contract with WWE and that would be impossible. Thank God. Thank God. Anthony says the last guy has to be from TNA, right? I'm not sure if they're going to be connected or not. I have no idea. Kurt Angle, I don't think Kurt Angle is. He said future Hall of Famer, didn't he? I'm not 100% on his exact words, but I'm pretty sure he said future Hall of Famer. Marcel says Cody had a great match with Shaq and 2 green wrestlers and people dared to call him 3-star general. Man, I don't think Cody deserves the amount of hate that he gets. I really don't think so. Rocco says, I still think it's Sammy Guevara as the 6th man or an Impact star. I'm good with those. I'm good with those picks. Sammy Guevara or an Impact star or Ethan Page. I think Ethan Page would be great as well. James says, did you read my comment? Let me see here. James says, imagine Stone Cold showing up on NXT next week, then the week after, then get NXT Super Tuesday 316. I wish that Stone Cold could wrestle. Man, that would be incredible. Absolutely incredible. Anthony says, blows us out of the water. It's The Undertaker. Oh, God. That would be hilarious. Hilarious. Punk says, where is Mox and Kenny today? I don't know, man. No Mox or Kenny. Kind of seemed kind of shitty not to have them on the show. I thought there was going to be an angle at the very end, but turns out that there wasn't. But I didn't mind the video package that they had. Thought it was pretty good. Okay. And so one of the other things that I wanted to talk about with you guys is there's a little bit more Peacock information out now. So I know everyone always has a lot of questions for what's going on with the WWE Network and what is going on with Peacock. So as of now, you're going to have to go to Peacock and you're going to have to make your own account. It will not roll over. Your WWE Network subscription will not roll over and automatically create a Peacock subscription. So when the time comes, you will have to go in and you will have to cancel your WWE Network subscription. And then when you do that, you'll have to go over to Peacock and sign up for whichever account that it is you want. Like I said before, there are two different subscription plans. One is $4.99. The other one is $9.99. Two different plans. The $4.99 one has ads. The $9.99 one does not. If you have Xfinity or Comcast or whatever the hell it is that you want to call it, if you have their service, I'm pretty sure you have the $4.99 plan for free. I do. I'm not sure if you have to have a specific plan with them or whatever, but I'm pretty sure anyone who has Xfinity has the $4.99 plan. So there you go. There you go. If you do have Xfinity and you have the $4.99 plan and you don't want ads, you can upgrade to the premium subscription, and you just have to pay the difference. So you just have to pay $5, not the $10. Flash says AOW and Shaw just tweeted again. Oh God. All right. I'm headed over to Twitter. I gotta see what the GOAT T and Shaw said. Oh. Let me translate this. This is the end of the fight against us. Fear T and Shaw. Oh, yeah. Let me like that. Let me retweet this real quick. Okay. Cool. All good there. Jared says, what happened to EC3? He is signed to Ring of Honor. Signed to Ring of Honor. Marcel says, who is Tian Sha? Tian Sha is the lady, the creepy Chinese magical lady being that has been with Xia Li and Boa. That's Tian Sha. What did Rocco say here? Rocco says, bold prediction, Joey Styles is on commentary for the death match. Oh God. God, please no. Oh my God. Raphael says, yeah, pretty crazy how there are so many young stars in AEW like MJF, Darby, and stuff, especially when you consider that everyone on WWE is like their early 30s. Okay, I must have missed something. Vasily says, MJF is only 1 year older than me. He's 24 and I'm 23. It's crazy how young MJF is. AEW has a lot of really young dudes on their roster. It is crazy. Al says, imagine it's Maki Ito they signed. That would be amazing. Absolutely amazing. Safa says, I think you're addicted to Tian Sha. I am, man. I love Tian Sha. Sad that she wasn't on the show tonight. Very, very, very sad. Could be someone from New Japan. I mean, he did say sign, though, correct? He did say sign. So, man, this show could really be crazy. If they're going to debut someone for the Face of the Revolution ladder match, if there's a debut there, then Paul Wight is saying that there's a huge signee, future Hall of Famer. That's 2. And then what? Do we think Okada is going to show up at the end of Revolution? Is it possible? Is it possible to have Okada show up at Revolution? Do you think that's the goal? Do you think that's going to happen? It would be huge. Be huge. Nilda says, imagine if it's Mauro Ranallo or Kevin Kelly. That would be amazing. Amazing. Marcel says Minoru Suzuki. You think it'll be him? I mean, maybe they don't have anyone show up. They are going to be in an exploding barbed wire death match. So who knows? Maybe there won't even be someone there. It is kind of a crazy thing to do, but I don't know. I could definitely see Okada showing up. I could see Kota Ibushi showing up. I could see Jay White showing up. I could just see Bullet Club showing up as well. The world seems to be doing much better now. Texas is completely opened up. Not quite sure if it's the best idea for them, but they are open and they are not wearing masks either. What about the man Paul Wight says is Hiroshi Tanahashi? But he said sign. He said sign, right? Not appear, just sign. Warrior says, I feel like it's way too early to blow Omega versus Okada. Well, Dave Meltzer said he's coming. Said he's coming. James says, sorry I couldn't make it to Raw. I had some really busy things to do. No worries, man. No worries at all. You didn't miss anything. You didn't miss anything. Philip says, do you think they have the core reunion at WrestleMania 37 or the Nexus return WrestleMania 37 and Carlito return at WrestleMania 37? I would love to see Carlito return at WrestleMania 37, but I don't see it happening. Punk says, sign Kurt Angle. Can Kurt Angle go, though? I don't think it's Kurt Angle, and I hope it's not Kurt Angle. Can Kurt Angle go in an AEW style match in today's world? I'm not sure. Delight says, I'm from Texas. People are acting like it's going to be illegal to wear a mask. You know, I was thinking about that kind of, I mean, I don't ever really want to talk about stuff like this, but I was thinking, like, when all of this is all said and done, how much of the US population is still going to wear masks? I don't know. Just kind of interesting. You know, someone else that we haven't talked about is Zelina Vega, Thea Trinidad. I would love to see her show up in AEW. I would love to see it happen. I can't wait. I hope it's true. Obi James says, if the signing is Punk, I will freak the fuck out. That'd be crazy. It would actually be crazy if that did happen. If that did happen. Flash says, what if Paul Wight man is Phillips' idol Carlito? Anthony says this is a long shot, but maybe it's Batista. I don't think so, but that'd be crazy. Rocco says Chris Hero is a dark horse for the signing. There's so many people, man. So many people. Warrior says, I'm still trying to manifest Zelina managing Santana and Ortiz. Yes, please, 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 now. Please. Zelina posted a ton of like emojis yesterday on Twitter, and I was so excited. I'm like, oh my God, is she actually going to debut on Dynamite tomorrow? That would kill me. I'd be so excited, but it didn't happen. Hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. Anthony says, well, what if it's the Big Show? No more BS, man. No more BS. I saw first as the rumor is now catching momentum. The surprise signing is Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle in AEW doesn't work for me. I don't think that works. I don't think that he can go at the level that he needs to go at with someone at AEW. And I don't think that fits. I don't think that fits at all. So like if we talk about them signing someone like Brock Lesnar, I think that Brock Lesnar has a lot left to give still. And I think that if Brock shows up to work, he could put on a fantastic match with someone on the AEW roster. Kenny Omega and Brock Lesnar would be crazy. Absolutely crazy. So I could see them signing him in a like short stint fashion. Not like, hey, we're going to sign you for 5 years, but, you know, we'll use you once or twice every 3 months, you know. If he were to show up, I think it would be like, hey, we're going to sign you for 2 months. You're going to work every single event. Then you can go away for a little bit, do whatever you want, and then you'll come back or something like that. I could totally see them doing that, and I wouldn't mind that. But if they start signing people like Kurt Angle, who I'm not quite sure if he could go, that's where it starts becoming a problem for me. That becomes a problem to me. And then I really don't want to see them do that. And if anything, I think tonight proved the point with the Shaq match that the AEW knows what they're doing, and they know how to cater to us. They know what we want, and I don't think they're going to mess up stuff like this. So I have faith in them. I have faith in them. Anthony says Ryback comes to mind. That's another one. Jared says Stephen Amell. Man, I love Stephen Amell. That would be cool to see him back wrestling. That'd be so cool. Punk says AEW gives more money to Brock than WWE, really. So, I mean, that is something to consider. It's something to consider. Brock is not in it for the love of wrestling. Brock is in it as a business person, and he wants the money. He's not in a WWE contract currently. It fits. All of it fits. And something that I've briefly touched on here is that as of now going forward, all of WWE's money is secured no matter what. They get a set amount of money for Monday Night Raw. They get a set amount of money for NXT. And they get a set amount of money for SmackDown. Previously, they had to worry about WWE Network subscriptions and watch time. But Peacock has leased the WWE Network for, I believe, 5 years. So now WWE does not need to worry about subscriptions or watch time or how many people tune into a pay-per-view. Their money is guaranteed no matter what. It doesn't matter. So if they have record low viewership for WrestleMania, it's no different than having the record high viewership for WrestleMania. It's all the same to them in terms of money. So if you were only getting, I'm just going to spit this number out. I have absolutely no idea. If WWE is getting $10 million for their event, then why would they give 2 of it to Brock Lesnar when it doesn't matter? You see what I'm saying here? There's no incentive to go out and pay these people an obscene amount of money to be on these shows anymore because the return is not there. Unless said person could sell a shit ton of merch and then perhaps it would work out at that point. But I don't know. So that's something that we'll have to consider going forward with anything that WWE does. And I do plan on making a Peacock video at some point. I'm trying to hold off on doing it at this point until we get some more information, because I don't want to make one and then have more information come out and then have to make another one and not have all of the stuff in there. So we're still waiting to see all of this other stuff for Peacock. And then I'll let you guys know. Tenor says, what's AEW's biggest pay-per-view? They don't know, and I don't think anyone knows. I don't think anyone knows what AEW's biggest pay-per-view is. I've heard, I personally think that it should be All Out. It makes more sense than anything for it to be All Out. I think Tony Khan may have said he thinks it should be Revolution. I believe Cody has said that he thinks it should be Double or Nothing. And maybe it was Tony that said it should be Revolution or Full Gear or something like that. I don't know. There's tons of them, but it only makes sense for me to be All Out. Why, you ask? Because, well, All In was the first show, or was the first thing that they did pre-AEW. So when AEW formed together, their first show was All Out. So it makes a lot of sense. It ties it in. All Out is a really good name for a pay-per-view as well, because it insinuates that you're doing every single thing that you possibly can. You're going all out for this pay-per-view. Everything is on the line. So for me, I definitely think it should be All Out. That's just me. I don't know. Jared says definitely All Out. I agree. I think a lot of people disagree on certain things. A lot of people think it should be Double or Nothing. Revolution, because Revolution kicks ass. Full Gear was really good as well. And it sucks that All Out was kind of trash. All Out was kind of trash last year. Jaden says, what's up, AEW? Hope you had a good night, bro. I did, man. Thank you. I hope you did as well. Safa says, I always thought it was Double or Nothing. Yeah, so there's lots of mixed people with it. But me personally, I think it should be All Out. It just makes so much more sense. Philip, so you don't want to see the Core return at WrestleMania? I want to see anyone that you want to return at WrestleMania. Anyone. If you want the Core at WrestleMania, the Core should be at WrestleMania, my friend. If you want Carlito at WrestleMania, by God, WWE needs to get Carlito for WrestleMania, all right? James says AEW treats some of their Dynamite episodes like pay-per-views with the special editions. See that, and that's what I like. I like that the AEW only has 4 major pay-per-views, and then if you ever have things that you feel like need to be on a higher stage, you can always go with a gimmick show. Beach Break. They have Tribute for the Troops is a big show. Fight for the Fallen. All of those. New Year's Smash. Like all of those. I think it's great. I like that. And NXT got into doing that as well, and I don't mind it. Safa says, are we getting an NXT Championship match next week? Yes. Adam Cole versus Finn Balor for the NXT Championship next week on NXT. Marcel says, how many takeovers are we getting now? It feels like way more. It does. It does feel like way more. A lot more. Punk says, no BS t-shirt. Okay, Paul? Question mark. No more Big Show. No more bullshit. No more Big Show. You know, it's a double entendre. You know? Flash says, tonight was the perfect example of the crossroads. Crossroads. I feel like there was something else that I wanted to talk about before we got on to the show. I can't remember though. All right. Anyways, let's see where we at here. 53 minutes. Good Lord. Oh, Adam and Pearce talking on the tweets here. Sean Bennett, WWE ref, says, tonight I was assigned by WWE official Scrap Daddy AP to accompany him to NXT. When NXT referee Ref Aja was incapacitated, I was sent to the ring and called the action that was in front of me. USA says, but why were you guys there in the first place? Inquiring television networks want to know. Interesting. He says, I'm grateful to have had you at the ready when Ref Aja unfortunately went down. Don't listen to the vitriol, Sean. You called the action in front of you, and none of us can ask any more than that. Total respect to the 4 incredible women in that battle. This is dumb. This is dumb. Really dumb. Why is Adam Pearce on NXT? It makes no sense. Makes absolutely no sense. Jared says William Regal's son looks impressive. Was someone on NXT that I didn't see? Man, I feel like I missed a lot of AEW and NXT tonight. A lot of it. Yes, Philip. Maybe someday they will bring back the Nexus and the Core. Maybe someday. Warrior says, why was he there? He's not the authority figure. Regal is. Yeah, I was so shocked when I saw that. I don't get it. Obi James says, and that is why Adam Pearce is not a GM. There you go. Yep. That's why he's got that generic WWE official title. WWE official. Safa says, are we getting a takeover on Thursday? Yes. Supposedly we are. Yes, we are. So get ready for one crazy week ahead of you. I'll talk about this briefly and then we will get into tonight's show. So this is we're going to talk about the go home shows for WrestleMania this year. We're going to have Monday Night Raw on Monday, of course. Tuesday we'll have a little break. Wednesday we will have AEW Dynamite and WWE NXT. Thursday we will have a little break. Friday we will have SmackDown. I lied to you. Monday Raw. Tuesday break. Wednesday Dynamite and NXT. Thursday NXT TakeOver. Very weird. Very, very weird to have an NXT TakeOver on a Thursday, but okay. I'm down. Friday SmackDown. Saturday WrestleMania Night 1. Sunday WrestleMania Night 2. Monday Raw. Tuesday will be the debut episode of NXT being on Tuesdays. Wednesday Dynamite. Thursday day off. Friday SmackDown. That's going to be one crazy ass week. That's a lot of wrestling in the span of 2 weeks. And that's going to be life going forward. Life going forward. Monday Night Raw. Tuesday night NXT. Wednesday night Dynamite. Night off on Thursday. Friday night SmackDown. And then Saturdays and Sundays reserved for pay-per-views. It's going to be crazy. Crazy. And there's going to be so much content. So much content. We're going to have NXT post shows finally. We will finally have NXT post shows. That's going to be amazing. And we will have, man, I'm going to have to throw together a predictions video for NXT. We will have an NXT TakeOver post show as well on that Thursday. Friday, we'll have SmackDown. Saturday morning, I think I'll do it this way. I think Saturday morning, I'll probably have a WrestleMania Night 1 predictions video. And then Sunday morning, I'll have a WrestleMania Night 2 predictions video. And then, of course, on Saturday and Sunday, those nights, we will both have post shows for them as well. Oh, Mally Man says the wrestling business is probably doing that, just keeping you busy. Yeah, pretty much. Like, it's crazy, you know, like the whole idea behind me wanting to work at home and work for myself was that so I could do anything whenever I wanted. If I want to go to bed at 4:30 in the morning and wake up at 2 p.m., I can do it. Because I'm the boss and no one can tell me what to do. If I want to go on vacation for 2 weeks, I can. Because who's going to tell me no? But now, all of this wrestling, it's really bit me in the ass because now I had to be home every day to watch these shows. But I wouldn't trade it for anything. I love what I do. And these post shows are incredible. Like, I love sitting here and hanging out with all of you guys. It's a lot of fun. So I wouldn't trade it for anything. And, you know, I hope that eventually I can just do this. I would love to just do this. This would be so cool. So I have a lot of videos planned that I want to do that I think that you guys will like. So I just want to continue to grow a lot. And, you know, I want to start working on the gaming channel as well. You know, want to start getting the gaming channel up there as well. I would love to just do these two things. I would love to watch wrestling, do a post show, and then when we're done with the post show, it's like, all right, let's go game. Let's play some Destiny. 3 people can join me, 2 people can join me, or whatever. We could just play some Destiny or something. We could play just whatever it is. I think that'll be a lot of fun. So that's how I want to shape things. That's how I want to shape things here. So we shall see. Marcel says, so someone just released a something. Matthew says, hey, OW, I missed Dynamite and NXT tonight because I was busy. How are the shows? I can't speak to you much about NXT, but Dynamite tonight was fantastic. I highly recommend, if you got a DVR, go back and watch it. If you got on demand, watch it whenever it becomes available for you to watch. It was really good go home show. So waiting to see what Marcel says here about, oh, there we go. Marcel says someone made a stat about how much time women matches get on TV in AEW, Raw, SmackDown, and Impact. Dynamite is number 1 at 10 minutes average. Really? Oh, that's funny. Oh, how the tables have turned. The tables have turned. Matthew says, thanks, bro. I heard the Shaq match was great. It was, man. It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I definitely recommend watching that. It was really good. Really, really, really good. Okay, so I think that clears everything up, right? I think that clears everything up. So I think it's time to actually get into the show here. Thank you guys for sticking through here. If you're not already subscribed, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. I greatly appreciate it. We are on the road to what, 2,000 now? We can be on the road to 2,000 subscribers, right? Let's do it. Road to 2,000 subscribers starts now. Also, please make sure to hit that like button as well. I would greatly appreciate it. Really helps the video when it gets published to YouTube and goes live, because now I am going to be rich. I got ads. I got monetization. It's all good. Even though we're not close at all. Not close at all. Not close at all. If you want to know, I don't know if I can disclose these things or not, but I'm going to tell you anyways, just because I like to be transparent. And I find it very interesting as well, because, you know, when I started this, I wasn't sure how much someone would make from a video on YouTube. You know, you always hear like the big YouTubers are like rolling in the dough, they're rich as hell. And then, but like, how much does someone starting out make? Well, I've got the answer for you. Got the answer for you right here. During the Monday Night Raw post show, I made 58 cents. That is what I was expecting. So 58 cents from that. And then there were super chats as well. I can't remember the total, somewhere around $8 or something in super chats. YouTube takes 30% of super chats. So during the entire span of the Monday Night Raw post show, I made about $5.80. So if you want to know, there you know. Now you know. Now you know. Very interesting. All right, so let's get into the show now. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, starting off tonight's show was the big match between Shaq, Jade Cargil versus Red Velvet and Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes. Rocco says, I mean, it's not bad. You're probably walking away with an extra $30 a week. That was with donations. Matthew said 53 cents is better than nothing, but you'll get there, but it takes time. I'm not ever complaining. Not ever complaining. I just had a lot of people ask, so I figured I would share. I mean, shit, I was doing this for free. I don't care. I greatly appreciate you guys tuning in. That's all that matters, man. That is all that matters. Just hanging out, meeting new people, talking about wrestling, just having post shows. You know, I do these. I specifically call these post shows for a reason. I removed the results and review from it. This is more kind of like a gaming live stream, you know, where we just kind of hang out, chat, shoot the shit, talk about whatever comes to mind when it happens. One of the things I am thinking about doing is doing 10-minute videos or so afterwards that will be published probably in the afternoon the next day or something like that. And that way people who actually want to see a review with just straight information about what I thought about certain things and how things went. I'm thinking about doing those as well, but I kind of want to there has to be a nice balance because I want to do the ratings one as well. So I really don't have any interest in uploading 3 videos a day. I think that's too much content for someone to consume, especially on top of us watching wrestling. So, you know, for the normal person, if you're here, you're watching a 2 or 3 hour show, and then you're here for a 2-hour post show, and then you're watching a 10-minute review video, and then you're watching a 10-minute by the numbers video. I think it's way too much. So I want to find the perfect balance between things, but I am considering doing that. Philip, yes, we know, man. You remember that conversation that we had about being a part of the show? Let's do that. Let's be a part of the show. Let's be a part of the show, my friend. Talk about Shaq. How much you love Shaq. How awesome his power bomb was. How crazy it was that he went through 2 tables. Shaq killed it tonight. And that is why I have that as the thumbnail. And that is why I have that as the title for tonight's post show. Shaq killed it tonight. One hell of a performance. Like I said at the very beginning of the show, if you were here, I was completely ready to just shit on this show. Not this show, this match. My apologies. I was ready. I was ready to just shit all over this match. We had never seen Jade Cargil wrestle. Shaq. It's Shaq, man. It's Shaq. I had absolutely very, very low expectations of this match. Even with it being AEW. AEW. I still had very low expectations. Damn, they blew me away. Shaq killed it. Arturo says, Shaq went to work. He did, man. Shaq went to work tonight. It was incredible. Alex says, why did this open the show instead of the main event? I think they wanted eyes on this show. They had a lot of eyes on this show from the beginning, and they wanted to keep them. And I think they did a really good job of doing so. I really do. I think they did a fantastic job. This match was perfect. For what it was, this was perfect. Shaq looked great. I do still think that the chair shot at ringside was very odd. From the Gun Club, shouldn't have that been a disqualification? I mean, I guess that you could argue that it didn't really phase him or anything, so it didn't really matter, but it was odd. But seeing him beat the hell out of everyone afterwards was crazy awesome. And then Red Velvet hitting that moonsault off the top rope to the outside onto Cody and Jade. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. James says, congrats. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. Thank you for your support, my friend. Marcel says, are you going to DQ Shaq? No, I'm glad that they, I'm glad that they didn't. I just thought it was very weird. I thought it was very weird. Warrior says, Shaq's powerbomb was good. I agree, man. And, was that a Brody Lee tribute from Shaq? Right? That was what Brody did before the lariat, if I'm not mistaken. Ricky says, the big AOW, another solid live stream. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. Flash says, AOW, I will drop it here. I hope you can enjoy the rest of your night. Shout out to everybody in the chat. And remember, Hangman fucks. Thank you, my friend. I greatly appreciate you tuning in. Have a good rest of your night, my friend. Alex says, who was better, though? Pat McAfee or Shaq? I would say Pat. Pat had a really good match with Adam Cole, and the War Games match where he jumped off the cage. That was really cool as well. I think these are two different things. Like, Shaq is just a big dude, right? Big dude. So kind of a difference, but yeah. Yeah. Let's see here. I saw first says Shaq as the first match is great booking. Knowing AEW will get casual fans to tune in due to Shaq. Yep. Couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more. This show was paced very fast. There was a lot of good content in it. Lots of stuff building up to AEW Revolution this Sunday as well. Lots of good stuff. Ricky says, by the way, I'm Arturo. I just don't like my government out there. Oh, no worries, man. No worries. I feel you. I feel you on that one. Marcel says, yes, he did a Brody Lee tribute. And Ricky says, yes, as well. Good. That's awesome. That's awesome, Shaq, man. That's awesome. Warrior says, I'd say so. Don't know what else it would be. Okay. Glad we're all on the same page there. That was awesome. And Jade Cargil gets the win over Red Velvet here. But before that happened, this was crazy. I was not expecting to see this. Shaq was standing on the apron. Cody Rhodes dives over onto him. Cody and Shaq both fall off of the apron and through two tables set up at ringside. Shaq is donezo. Guys, lights are out. The lights are out. Lights are out at the Shaq residence here. He did not move a muscle. He did not get up whatsoever after this. It was really cool. Really cool. Selling was great. Meanwhile, Jade Cargil finishes off Red Velvet in the ring to get the win for Cargil and Shaq in the opening match here of AEW Dynamite. Good stuff. Very good stuff. I was very impressed with all of this. Like I said, after the match, they did put Shaq on a stretcher and put him in the back of an ambulance. Tony Schiavone did go up to the ambulance to get, I think he was looking to interview Shaq to see how he was doing or what was next or something like that. And when he had opened the doors, Shaq just magically disappeared. And when I saw that, I thought that he was going to appear later on. I really thought that he was either going to attack Cody or more so, I really thought that he was going to attack Paul Wight while he was addressing the fans. I saw first as your thoughts on Bubba Ray Dudley to AEW since he is in the Hall of Fame worthy besides Kurt. I don't know. I mean, I guess. I guess you could do that, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he fits in there. Obi James says, classify Shaq doing a Brody Lee tribute as you love to see it moment. Yes, 100%, man. I loved it. And I love how much AEW and wrestlers are still doing to tribute towards Brody Lee. It's incredible. Tamber says, I hear Enzo and Big Cass might return at WrestleMania 37 or after. I don't know about that. That'd be crazy. I don't know about that. Warrior says, Jade flipping off Cody while in the figure four was great. Yeah, I liked seeing her like just laying there flexing as well. It was cool. It was cool. I don't think they hyped up this match properly enough. But it delivered. It delivered for what it was, 100%. Now I'm just curious to see where Jade Cargil goes from here. And Red Velvet, they said she was ranked like number 2 on the rankings. So she's very high up. So I would assume that would put Jade Cargil pretty high on the women's rankings as well. What do we got next here? We got the Chris Jericho and MJF, what was it, a press conference? I can't remember exactly what they called this. This was pretty good. They had the guy from Barstool Sports up there ask a question. They had Conrad Thompson come up there and ask a question. MJF told him to shut up and called him turkey tits, which was a great moment. I was not expecting to hear that on my TV tonight, turkey tits. I saw first as Enzo burn a lot of bridges at WWE. So did Cass, but time is the best thing to heal wounds. So who knows? Warrior says, speaking of, I had completely forgot Cody does the figure 4 now, so Jade doing it was her taunting him. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. It was good. I enjoyed it. Alex says, one of the people who asked a question was on the NXT TakeOver pre-show a couple of weeks ago. Really? Interesting. JBOJ says, Tamer, I don't think Vince would consider bringing them back. Yeah, it would be interesting. I don't think it would happen though. I don't think that at this current state, I don't think Enzo or Cass bring anything to WWE. Miley Man says, Jericho's entrance reminds me of the Sandman with everyone singing his entrance. It's so good to hear fans so loud and chant. The fans were chanting Target tonight. Like, all that stuff was really good. So anyways, after MJF called Conrad turkey tits, everyone's favorite AEW person showed up on camera once again. Eric Bischoff was here, and he asked Chris Jericho and MJF, but he directed it towards Chris Jericho. He said, why would you hurt Papa Buck like that? Why would you provoke the Bucks to be even more mad when they're facing you for the championships at AEW Revolution? And you guessed it, the Young Bucks came out of the tunnel, and man, Matt Jackson cut an incredible promo. It was so good, saying that if it wasn't for Papa Buck, then there would be no AEW. When he couldn't afford to bring them to college, he built them a ring in their backyard with his bare hands. They learned how to train. They learned how to wrestle. If it wasn't for Papa Buck, there would be no AEW. And they said, you know what, MJF, if there was no AEW, you'd still be living with your mother and you'd be unemployed. Then he goes on to Chris Jericho and he says, you know what? If there was no AEW, you'd probably be at the Performance Center tugging on the curtain. Something along those lines. I can't remember exactly what he said. Ooh. That's a blow right there. That's a blow. Matt Jackson woke up tonight and chose violence. It was fantastic. I always love when you hear people give a promo and they believe what they're saying. It sounds like they're speaking from the heart. It sounds like they're speaking the truth. This was really good. This was really, really, really good. And what better way to segue into another thing too as well with your casual fans. You have Chris Jericho, a very familiar face here. You have Conrad, which people may be familiar with. You have Bischoff as well. Lots of familiar faces going on right now. Warrior says, remember why so many people lost their damn minds about Bischoff showing up the first time? I don't get why people get so mad about that. Ricky says, who do you think is the Hall of Fame talent and what do you think their role would be on AEW? I'm not quite sure. I do want to talk about it more in depth with everyone. When we get to that part of the show again, I think there's more to go into on that. And I hope that they're just a full-time wrestler. Full-time wrestler. Basili says, highlight of the night, turkey tits. Maybe that's what I should have called my show tonight. Turkey tits. Basili says, Jericho would be a curtain jerker at the Performance Center. There you go. Curtain jerker. Oh man, that was really good. That was really good. So of course this broke out into a brawl in typical AEW fashion. They love themselves some brawls here. And what ended up happening was very cool. They had Santana and Ortiz. I believe Santana was on the top table, but they had a table up top by the heel tunnel, and then they had a table ringside below the stage. Santana and Ortiz, I believe, are the two people on those tables, like I said. Nick Jackson climbed up to the top of the tunnel. Matt Jackson stood on the edge of the stage, and they dropped down on both of them in stereo at the same time. It was a really, really cool shot. And this isn't the first time they've done that dive off of the tunnel through a table thing, but man, it's so good. It's so good. Leroy says, who else caught FTR wearing the old NWA Tag Team Championships? Yeah, I believe I saw a picture of that. I missed it myself, but I did see a picture of all three of them holding championships, which is really cool. Very cool. I enjoyed it a lot. So after all of this, building up their match towards AEW Revolution. Actually, before we carry on, I want to ask you guys, who walks out of AEW Revolution as the tag team champions? Do you think that the Young Bucks are going to be able to retain? Or do you think Chris Jericho and MJF will dethrone them? Part of me feels like it's way too early for the Young Bucks to be losing those tag team championships. Another part of me feels like they might have the Bucks lose them to MJF and Chris Jericho, only to further some sort of inner circle storyline of them breaking up. I could see Chris Jericho and MJF winning and then having Santana and Ortiz be pissed off about it because they're the legit tag team. I hope it doesn't go that way. I think that the Bucks need to retain, but just something that crossed my mind. I think that is a possibility. Marcel says Bucks. Leroy says it could go either way, which is kind of where I'm at the moment as well. Alex says Bucks retain. They lose the titles to the Dark Order at some point. So Dark Order as in Alex Reynolds and John Silver. Obi James says Bucks. Marcel says, see, when the baby faces get over the heels on the go home show, that means the heels win at the pay-per-view. Is right. Delight says, bruh, W3 gave this past episode of Raw a B+. Who is W3? I saw first says, I can see the Bucks lose the titles. Alex says, yeah, but Paige is involved somehow. Paige and John Silver as tag. I would hate to see Paige and John Silver be tag champs because it really should be Silver and Reynolds because they're awesome. Paige at ringside would be pretty cool. Paige costing the Bucks the titles would be crazy. Delight says wrestling with regret. Oh, okay. I've heard that name before, but I haven't tuned in to see any of their stuff before. I want to start. That's something I want to start doing. Is I want to branch out and, I maybe want to start watching some other people's things to get some ideas and just see some things. And then I also kind of want to open up and work with some other people at some point too. Not quite sure for what, but I think it'll be fun in the future. Vasily says, I feel like Jericho is still mentoring MJF. Yeah. Or maybe the story is that Chris Jericho and MJF lose, and then maybe, it starts a feud between them or dissension between them where maybe MJF is like, look, Chris Jericho's old. He's washed up at this point, all right? He shouldn't be leading you guys. I mean, look, what has he done for you so far? Santana and Ortiz, you're not tag champs. You haven't won anything. Jake Hager, what are you doing? Nothing. Not doing anything either. Let me be your leader. Let's kick out Chris Jericho. Let's take Chris Jericho out of the picture of the inner circle, and I, MJF, will lead you all to success. That's something that could happen. I think most of us think that somehow, some way, MJF is eventually going to take over the inner circle. So, who knows? Tamver says, how do you edit your WWE prediction videos? Any apps you use? So I use Adobe Premiere Pro on the computer. That's what I use to edit them. And for certain things, like if you need like little fancy effects, I use Adobe After Effects. Those are the things that I use. Molly Man says, I'm shocked Jericho hasn't been a face at all in AEW. I mean, he works so well as a heel, though. I feel that way with most people. Like, I feel like almost everyone works better as a heel. James says, Ember and Blackheart are a great team. I loved seeing them ride down on the tank together. That was really cool. I like that. Safa says, I think we get a swerve at Revolution and the Hall of Famer signed will be Paul Wight and he will turn heel. Oh my God. That would be a very wild thing to do. And now that you say it, like, that doesn't sound very far-fetched to me. It doesn't. Like, that definitely seems like it could be a possibility. Delight says Jericho and MJF win. The Inner Circle implodes. Santana and Ortiz win the titles at Blood and Guts. Are we going to get Blood and Guts? Is it too early still? I would love to see Santana and Ortiz as the tag team champions. And, you know, I think that if it's true, if the rumor is true, and they're bringing in Thea Trinidad, aka FKA, formerly known as Zelina Vega, if they're bringing her in to be the manager for Santana and Ortiz, I gotta tell you, Pride and Powerful will go to the moon. 100%. 100%. Oh man, that would be incredible. Santana and Ortiz as the AEW World Tag Team Champions with Thea Trinidad by their side. Sign me up today. Sign me up today. That is what I want to see. That is some very, very, very high quality content right there. Man, I hope it happens. Hell yeah. Rocco says Cody should be a heel for sure. I would agree. I think Cody should be a heel. Marcel says Hangman shouldn't be a heel. He's better as a face. I've really liked drinking sad Hangman. I really do. And I think that when fans come back and Kenny Omega is nearing the end of his AEW World Championship reign, I think Hangman, I'm going to say it again. I'm sorry, but I'm going to say it again. I think that Hangman Adam Page is going to the moon. To the moon. Alex says Cody also needs his old theme song back. Yes, please. For the love of God. For the love of God. Please. Get rid of this god-awful Snoop Dogg remix. We do not want to hear it anymore. Please. Rocco says they said Blood and Guts is delayed until full crowds. Fair enough. I wouldn't want to blow that match on anything other than that either. Safa says he is going to be a huge asset to AEW. He will change the landscape of AEW. He is Hall of Fame worthy. Seems like a heel talking about himself. You're kind of right. It does. Safa, you might be a goddamn genius, my friend. You might just be a goddamn genius. I love it. I love it. Although I feel very disappointed in thinking that it could be someone very special, but you're a genius. Evil genius. Shelba says Hangman kicking out of the one-winged angel. Yes, I can't wait. I can't wait. Shane says, as much as I like Snoop Dogg, that song is terrible. It is absolute trash. Absolute trash. Speaking of Snoop Dogg, did you guys see Snoop Dogg streaming Madden by any chance? Apparently Snoop Dogg streamed Madden for like 10 minutes or something and was just getting his cheeks clapped online and was like really pissed off and just like rage quit and was like screaming and and walked away from his stream, although he didn't know that he didn't stop streaming. So his stream is like 7 or 8 hours long, but he dipped out in like 10 minutes. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. I wish that the sound didn't get muted because he was playing copywritten music the whole entire time, but the video of it is just, it's funny. It's very funny. Delight says, am I the only one who likes Cody's remix theme? You just might be, my friend. You just might be. OB James says, we are just trying to find a way to turn Paul Wight heel. I mean, hey, nobody better, right? Nobody better to do it. Shane says, was he high? I mean, I would assume so. It's Snoop Dogg. I assume that guy is high 24/7. James says, my comment. James says, we need more Mamma Mias and Ba Gods. I would love to see Mauro Ranallo. I would love to see him get signed to AEW, do commentary. He's great. Marcel says, wait, where can I find this video? I don't know. Maybe I'll see if I can find it. Snoop Dogg Rage Quits stream. Let's see. See if I can find this video here. Yeah, Snoop Dogg streamed Madden for 15 minutes before rage quitting. The stream was left running for 7 hours.
Look at this shit.
Oh, it has sound. Oh, am I playing this? Oh, no, don't play this. Oh, come on. It's not loading the actual tweet. Come on. That's trash. Okay, hold on. Can I bring this up? You know what? Who cares? We're gonna watch this because this is funny as hell. Hold on. Let me see if I can bring it up. Window capture. Nope. I don't think I'll get in trouble for this. All right. See, I think if you should be able to see it. Yeah, there we go. All right, here we go. It's like 30 seconds. This is hilarious. Just getting clapped.
Look at this shit.
Fuck! Look at his face, dude. He is pissed. He is pissed right now.
Fuck this shit. Came in this fucking room and everything went fucking bad. Fuck this shit, man. Fuck.
Oh god, it's so funny. It's so funny. But yeah, he left his stream on for 7 more hours afterwards. It's wild. Shout out to Snoop Dogg, man. Don't strike me, please. Don't strike me. The light says, bro, roller coaster playing in the background makes it. Oh, damn. You're right. Oh, I'm gonna have to go back and mute that. I can't have that in here. I can't have it in here. Crazy. Okay. Anyways, let's keep moving on here. So anyways, after that match, it was the big match between FTR and Tully Blanchard taking on Jurassic Express. Tully Blanchard returns to the ring after what, 20 years, 30 years? Can't remember what they said it was. Delight says DMCA moment. I hope not. I hope not, damn it. Sava says, a wise man once said, F***. Yes. Yes, he did. This match was good. Tully was great. I loved the whole little psych out moment where he was acting like he was going to dive through the ropes to the outside. That was great. Tully Blanchard got the win over Luchasaurus as well. Yes, lots of hokey stuff going on here. This match had a lot of interference. Lots and lots and lots of interference. But I think that is what FTR does. That's what Tully does, right? So no problems with that. This is their shtick here. It fits very well. We all knew that they were somehow, some way going to cheat. However, it was very weird to see some weird camera guy interfering. Marcel says this match was straight out of NWA fun. it was good. It was good. It was really good to see Tully attack Marco Stunt and all of that stuff. That move, I can't remember what they called it, but that move that Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy do is incredible. Where he like throws him over and Jungle Boy catches him into like the powerbomb, like sit out powerbomb. That is so badass. That looks so cool. I love that. And yeah, so this mystery man, you know, FTR and Tully Blanchard get the win here. The mystery man comes into the ring, and as soon as I saw him, him standing in the ring, from the eyes alone, I knew who it was. I knew that it was Sean Spears. And it's kind of crazy because we were just talking about Sean Spears last week. Where is Sean Spears? What is he doing? When is he going to come back? And I believe it was Marcel talking about the whole 4 horsemen type thing. And would you look at that? Would you look at that 7 days later, man? Congratulations on that one. Solid call. Very solid call. So after this, it was really cool seeing everyone celebrate together and hug. Sean Spears is going to be a great addition to this FTR and Tully Blanchard team. And it makes so much sense that they finally merged them together, because it was really weird to see FTR working with Tully Blanchard, and then just like off in the distance, Tully Blanchard was working with Sean Spears as well, which didn't really like resonate very well. It's like, why aren't you guys just one instead of having 2 separate things, right? Warrior says, I called them forming way back when Tully started managing FTR because he was working with Spears as well. Yeah, I mean, it only makes sense that they finally combined, and we've finally seen that now. And this was really cool on top of it, on top of everything. The icing on the cake was, while they were all there hugging and celebrating, Arn Anderson walked out of the babyface tunnel. Camera went on him, and he did the 4 sign. It was so cool. It was so cool. I can't wait to see where FTR and Sean Spears go from here. I'm excited for this. I'm very excited for this. I think that Sean Spears is very talented. And, you know, ever since his feud with Cody, he hasn't really done anything of importance. And I think this is it. I think this is it. Now we just have to figure out who that 4th member is going to be. Cody? Should the 4th member be Cody Rhodes? Is that where we're going to go here? I think it's a good one. I think adding Cody in makes more sense than anyone else. Miley Man says you should put Goldberg saying "fuck" on your GoXLR. I don't know. Man, I got to be advertiser friendly now. You know what I mean? Got to be advertiser friendly. I don't know. We'll see. I do still need to do that. And I still need to get the other stuff set up and fixed here. I haven't quite got I haven't gone through and changed the follower notifications, and I haven't changed the super chat notifications as well. So I need to go in and do that. And I need a sound for super chats, because all I got right now is just this. Molly Man says, I said Snoop, not Goldberg. The real curse word. You can't say Goldberg on YouTube. Can't say that. Alex says, Jungle Boy to the moon. KPR says, just signing in. Who do you think AEW is going to sign on Sunday? I have no clue, man. I have no clue. The genius that is Safa says that he thinks that it's him talking about himself. And I kind of like it. I'm kind of sold on that. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Bronco says, I would like Cody, but I can see Paige also. But, I mean, Cody would fit in because he's pretty directionless, but Paige has a story in sight. He has all the stuff going on with the Dark Order. And then, of course, when the time comes, he's your next AEW World Champion. It's coming. And I'm just not quite sure that fits in with him being a 4 horseman type deal. We'll see, though. I saw first that Santino Marella is AEW's new superstar. There you go, man. Obi James says, I love the Tarzan boy chants. Me too, man. Me too. Delight says, I'm gonna be honest, I'm slowly convincing myself that it's John Cena. No way. No way. Shane says, watch them swerve us with Zelina Vega. Hey, I'm more than happy to see that happen. More than happy to see that happen. That would be great. Alex says, Kenny loses the title after Paige kicks out of the one-winged angel, and he gets hit with a candlestick by -1. There you go. There's your next AEW World Champion right there, -1. The ultimate turn. Ultimate turn. What is next? Okay, so we have made it to the Paul Wight segment here. Tony Schiavone invites out Paul Wight wearing his brand new AEW shirt that says, "No more BS, Paul Wight." If you're not familiar, this means no more bullshit, but the double entendre, baby. And I love myself some sweet, good old-fashioned double entendre. So not only does this mean no more bullshit, but this also means no more Big Show. Cool. Very creative shirt. I think it's ugly as hell. I certainly would not wear it, but I do like what they did with the no more BS. I think it's very cool. So Paul Wight comes out, gives a little, no new information on AEW Elevation. AEW Dark Elevation. My apologies. No real new information about it. He's going to be commentating. He's going to do color commentary. He said he's going to take it very seriously, yada, yada, yada. And then he says that Tony is not the only guy in the company to get the big scoops, and he has got the biggest scoop of them all. He says that on Sunday at AEW Revolution, AEW will be signing a future Hall of Famer. And someone can correct me if I'm wrong on my verbiage here, because I didn't write down exactly what he said. But yeah, somewhere along the lines of a future Hall of Famer, yada yada yada. It's a big deal. So this signing is going to be a huge deal. We briefly talked about who we think that it could be. I don't know. I still don't know at this point. I'm pretty sold on Safa's genius work here, saying that it could just be himself. We saw Paul Wight tonight. Maybe we saw the commentary man, Paul Wight. But maybe on Sunday, we'll see wrestler Paul Wight. I don't know. Rocco says he said Hall of Fame worthy superstar or career. One of those. Very interesting. So saying it that way, a Hall of Fame worthy superstar or a Hall of Fame worthy career, implies that it's someone who's probably been in the business for a while. Big Show. Sorry, Paul Wight. Sure. Paul Wight fits. Brock Lesnar. Sure, that fits. I'm sure everyone and their mothers is going to say that it's going to be CM Punk until Sunday. Sure, I guess it fits. I certainly don't think that it would be CM Punk, but sure, I hear you. Cool. There's quite a few people here that think that it could be Christian as well. We haven't really heard from Christian in a while, and it seemed like he was ready to step back in the ring. So perhaps things didn't go as well as he thought they would with WWE, and maybe he's reached out because he wants to wrestle again. Solid choice by me. Christian, still not in the WWE Hall of Fame. Fits everything. So we'll see. Alex says, is this the same as the mystery participant in the ladder match? I don't believe so, no. They didn't say anything about them being in the ladder match. They just said that it was, Paul Wight just said that it was a huge signing. Rocco says, I hope it's not a part-timer or someone because I'm sick and tired of everyone complaining. Yeah, and I mean, it just doesn't really fit with AEW that much. They got Sting. I think Sting is enough at the moment. I don't want to see too much of things like that going on in AEW. Although, with that being said, they've handled Sting very well. The feud was dragged out, but man, last week they rekindled the flames on this one. Rekindled the flames. James says, I just got a Finn Balor action figure and the Wreckin' Slambulance playset at Target today. Nice, man. Do you collect them? Gar says, I've got Kurt Angle or Mark Henry. Mark Henry's a good one. Kurt Angle is, I mean, I guess a solid choice, but he said Hall of Fame worthy. So, is Big Show in the WWE Hall of Fame? Big Show, WWE Hall of Fame. Is the Big Show in the WWE Hall of Fame? Was this posted? 2012. What in the world? Big Show's not in the Hall of Fame. Why can't I get a clear answer? God damn it. Wrestling Hall of... No, not wrestling. I want WWE. List of members of the WWE Hall of Fame. Oh, okay. Okay, here we go. Big Show. No, he is not. So it fits. It fits. Rocco says huge signing. I think it's Big Show. It could. It could be. And this would just play into the heel turn stuff and things as well, I think. I saw first says, is Phillips man Carlito a new AEW star? That would be cool. That would be very cool. Miley Man says 12 a.m. It's a new day. Yes, it is. It's 9 p.m. for me, man. 9 p.m. I saw first says my money is on Kurt or Bubba Ray. Interesting. Interesting. It'll be exciting to see. At this point, ever since Safa said that, I really think it's just going to be Big Show. I think it is. I think that's going to be the swerve. We'll see, though. We shall see. Next up was the match here with Nyla Rose taking on Ryu Mizunami. This was the AEW Women's World Championship Eliminator Tournament. This was the finals. Whoever wins this match was going to go on to AEW Revolution this Sunday and take on Hikaru Shida for her AEW Women's World Championship. Ryu Mizunami is the one that got the win here over Nyla Rose, and I don't think any of us are very surprised about that. I think we all pretty much knew that here. As soon as the leaks came out that Nyla Rose beat Britt Baker, my apologies, and then Nyla Rose beat Thunder Rosa as well, I think it was pretty clear that whoever won on the Japan side was going to beat Nyla Rose. Running back Nyla Rose versus Hikaru Shida at AEW Revolution would have been a pretty dumb deal, if you ask me. So maybe this saves Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker for another title match down the line where they can actually win it. And of course, I definitely have Hikaru Shida retaining her championship here. And you know, it was good to see Hikaru Shida on Dynamite. It's been a while since we have seen her. And actually, you know, let's look this up here. Let's look this up. Cage match. And actually, we'll go to AEW and see how long she has been the champion for. So, Hikaru Shida has been the AEW Women's World Champion for 273 days. 273 days. That's crazy. Hikaru Shida. So, matches. The last time that Hikaru Shida had a match Oh, that was the eliminator tournament. Was January 6th. That's the last time that Hikaru Shida was on Dynamite. January 6th, where she defended the AEW Women's World Championship against Abaddon. Crazy. And then before that, she was featured fairly often. Let's go look at her titles, her title defenses and stuff like that. Matches. So she has in her, what did I say? 273-day reign as the AEW Women's World Champion. She has defended that title 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times. No, 7 times. Nope. She has defended it 6 times. She has defended it 6 times in 273 days. So hopefully they give her a little bit more to do before they inevitably take that title off of her and throw it on Britt Baker, who is, I'm assuming, the next AEW Women's World Champion. But good to see her back. I'm sure that this match is going to rule on Sunday. I'm very, very excited for it. Alex says, I'm just glad that Nyla didn't win, but this match was really good. Yeah, it was good. I was happy with it. Very happy with it. Vasily says, Big Show retired from active in-ring after WrestleMania 33. Delight says, bold prediction. Awesome Kong returns after the women's title match. That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. Rated C says, the 6th person in the ladder match could be Paul Wight, client, and it could be Ethan Page. I like where you've gone with that. I like how you've gone with that. That would be very interesting. I mean, it fits with what AEW is doing. They have these old timers mentor someone. I'm down for that. I really like Ethan Page. Like I said, I think Ethan Page would excel in AEW. Rocco says, I think this women's match can steal the show. I mean, that'd be great. You know, the AEW women's division has done wonders lately. They've really turned the table on it. And I don't think that it deserves as much hate as it gets still because, like Marcel said, someone went through and got the match times, and AEW Dynamite has the most time given to women. But for some reason, people still think that they don't. The Raw and SmackDown women's division is trash. Okay? And while I'm on that subject, let me just tell you that Big Oof and Shayna Baszler retaining the women's tag team championships tonight in NXT is super trash. Like, why? Gimmicks, no gimmicks. It's all a bunch of bullshit. There is no way in hell I would have had Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez lose that match, period. Even if they want to just run it back at TakeOver or WrestleMania or whatever it is, it's garbage, man. It's garbage. Garbage. Delight says they retained. Yeah, so I didn't watch this match, but I did kind of see the ending. So what had happened was the ref got knocked out. Adam and Pearce randomly showed up on NXT with a referee, sent the ref out. Shayna Baszler choked out Dakota Kai, and that ended the match. But apparently Dakota Kai was not the legal person in the match. Raquel Gonzalez was. So they went the hokey route for this, which is insane. Like, this is not a good look for NXT. You have the best women's division aside from Stardom, because I'm sure someone's going to say that. This is what you resort to. This is what you resort to. I'm sure that this was all probably out of big old Papa H's hands, but this is, come on. Come on. Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai should have won these titles here, and they should have ran with them. They can actually wrestle. They could have defended them on NXT. There's so many teams on NXT. NXT has more actual women's tag teams than Raw and SmackDown combined. They should have defended, or they should have lost them here, and then Raquel and Dakota should have ran with it, and they should have kept him in NXT. Warrior says, looks like we got to get Roman to whoop Pierce's ass. Yes, please. We do. Alex says, this was a Vincent Kennedy McMahon written all over it. And he probably thinks that it was
Such good shit.
He probably did. But he was wrong. Obi James says, watch. At the end of the day, Lana and Naomi win the titles. I wouldn't doubt that that's where they're headed. I definitely see that happening. Delay says, Vince trying to make that big girl money he lost when Awesome Kong left. But it just doesn't connect, man. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but, you know, I'm not a big fan of Big Oof whatsoever. And her partnering with Shayna Baszler, like, really just brings down Shayna Baszler to me. And, I mean, not only, that's aside from the fact that anytime they win, it's Big Oof that wins. Anytime that they lose, it's Shayna Baszler that loses. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. Marcel says, we saw footage of the barbed wire match. Did you see? No, I did not. Did they show the ring or something? I'm going to have to check that out. Or if they posted it, you know, I can bring it up here on the stream. Rated C says that definitely going to happen. If so, might as well keep those titles. Delight says Shayna should go to AEW with her tag belt. Yeah, and throw it in the garbage. Throw it in the garbage. Marcel says, I'll send you a photo. Perfect. It was on Dynamite. What? Was it? And I missed it? I'll DM you the photo and show it here. If you're gonna send it to me, can you send it to me on Twitter? Because I don't have. Oh wait, do I? Actually, I think I can log in on here. Warrior says Nia being paired with Shayna has dragged down Shayna so much. Shayna should have a badass rivalry with Asuka right now, not jobbing in less than 5 minutes. Yeah, completely agree, man. It's sad to see. It sucks. It really does. Marcel, did I not see the Omega and Mox? I did. I briefly saw it, but I was trying to do a million other things too. Let's see here. Okay. I do have my messages up, so whenever it goes through, I got it. Instagram. Okay, got it up. So whenever you send it, just let me know. James says, I have a feeling that WWE officials don't give a shit about NXT. Yeah, I would agree. I would agree, man. Other man says, can someone explain to me how Matt Hardy went from being broken to being rich as heck character? Did I miss something? No, Big Money Matt is just one of his gimmicks that he's had for a while. Alex says, apparently they are taping Omega versus Moxley. It isn't live. I mean, that makes sense. That makes sense. To make sure that everything goes well. Although that kind of sucks for fans in attendance at AEW Revolution. I think someone said there's like 1,200 fans for Revolution. So that, I mean, that kind of sucks for them that they're going to have to watch that on a TV. Delight says, a bit off topic, but a funny thing I like to do is only referring to WWE wrestlers by names they used outside of WWE. I've seen a couple people do that. It would get so confusing. So confusing. It's always really confusing when someone switches to and you're like, hey, you know, the Big Show, and you're like, oh God, Paul Wight, you know, oh, the Big Show, oh my God, okay, I'm sorry, Paul Wight, Like, just keep going back and forth and back and forth. James says, what the frick? The women's tag titles are still only Raw. Or still Raw only. Well, they are going through all 3 brands, but you know, they're just Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler are Raw superstars. So, but they are able to travel to SmackDown and NXT as they please, from what I understand. Rated C says it's for their safety because shit might get real. Yeah. Makes sense. Definitely makes sense. You tweeted me. Mentions. I don't see it on here. At least not yet. Maybe it hasn't gone through. Or something. I saw first his AEW signing is Philip Jack Brooks. Had to use his government name. You on the CM Punk bandwagon on that one? Office says William Regal will make an announcement next week that will change the landscape of NXT, probably regarding NXT changing days. Yeah, I would assume so. I would assume so. I'm so happy. Okay, it went through. Oh, yeah, the Daily's Place in the back. Oh, hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Can I put this up? But I don't want any of me other stuff up there. All right, 1 sec. Let me download these. I can put them up on the good old-fashioned OBS. Image Barb 1. Barb 1 and Barb 2. Perfect. Okay. Oh, this is a big boy picture right here. There we go. Here's the first one. These are courtesy of our good friend Marcel here. This is the first one. You can see the barbed wire wrapped all around the ropes and all of that. And you can see the Daily's Place logo in the back. This looks awesome. I'm so excited to see this. This will be crazy. And I think their rivalry deserves it too. This will be a lot of fun. All right, let's go to the second one here. Barb 2. There's a second one here. Evan says AEW, these shows tonight weren't even remotely close. AEW killed them. Yeah, man, I loved tonight's episode of AEW Dynamite. It was perfect. So yeah, you got the barbed wire wrapped all around the ropes and all of that good stuff. Looks like they're setting up a board here, which is where I'm assuming the explosives and stuff will go. I'm not mad at them at all filming this. I mean, it kind of makes sense to me to film it if you can. No complaints against that at all. I'm very excited to see this. I cannot wait to see this match. And I think this rivalry deserves to have such a crazy match as well. Can't wait for it. Evan Rice says, don't forget the Moxley Extermination Chamber. Yes. Lots of exciting stuff here. I cannot wait to see it. This is going to be one to never forget for sure. And you know, that's to say a lot because their lights out match or whatever that they had was incredible. I loved that. And I don't think that actually no. I think that I posted more pictures for that match than I typically do for an entire show. It was crazy. Absolutely crazy. I love it. So I cannot wait to see what they do with this. I'm very excited. And I don't quite understand why people are mad about this. What is there to be mad about? This is great. This is fun. This is something unique that no one has seen in our landscape, of course they've had matches like this before, but that's not something that you see on Raw or SmackDown or something like that. So this is cool. It's really cool to be exposed to this. Evan says, Onita on the show made me shed a tear. Amazing touch. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people talking about how amazing that is. Delight says, I'm fine if it's filmed, but it better not be cinematic. Yeah, I don't have any problems with it being filmed either. It makes sense to me. But like I said, kind of sucks for the fans in attendance, but other than that, all good. Marcel says, not cinematic, it's live. So you think they're going to do it live? Molly Man says, I'll see you on Friday, AEW. I'm going to go to sleep. No pun intended, CM Punk. But always have a great rest of the stream. Thank you, man. I really appreciate you coming out. It's been a pleasure chatting with you. James says, LA Knight's theme song sounds like something from Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. To me, it sounded like a Matt Riddle theme, like a throwaway Matt Riddle theme. Marcel says, it's always been live. It'll cooler if it is. Very cool. Either way, I couldn't care less. If it's filmed, I'm excited. If it is live, I'm excited as well. All good. Doesn't matter to me. I'm very excited to see it, and I can't wait to see what they're able to pull off. Can't wait. Rocco says, how is it going to be live if they have a whole show before the main event unless they use different rings? That's a good point. Maybe they'll just have a way to set it up really fast. I have no idea. I literally have no idea. I don't know how big these explosions are supposed to be. I don't know how many of them there are supposed to be. I don't know what explodes. I don't know. Oh, that is a good point. So Marcel says, because the Sting match is cinematic and they'll have time to set it up. That is true. That is very true. That makes a lot of sense as well. If that's like the match right before the headline. Andre says, hey, OW, I wanted to give a super chat, but my card isn't working. I have no idea why. No worries, man. It is all good, my friend. It is all good. I just appreciate you guys being here. It's always fun chatting with you. It's all good, man. It is all good, my friend. Marcel says they'll have like 30 minutes to set it up. Yeah, that's true. They will have a decent amount of time setting up, especially if they've already ran through like what they're going to do and stuff. It's all good. I'm excited. Rocco says, so they just preset it up for the video package. I mean, yeah, maybe they're just trying to figure out how everything works and what needs to go where before they actually throw it up. Safa says, are we even sure the Sting match is cinematic? I think it's pre-filmed. I think it is taped. I'm not quite sure though if calling it cinematic would be correct. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be a cinematic match. I just know that it's supposed to be filmed. Just filmed. Alex says, we don't know if the street fight is cinematic, and since Sting has taken the bumps the past couple of weeks, I don't think it will be. Filmed. I think it's filmed, just not cinematic. Andre says, just tuned in. How was your evening? It's good, man. It's good. AEW Dynamite was fantastic tonight. It was very good. Very good. Shelva says that match is going to be crazy. It is, man. It is. I can't wait. I cannot wait. Next up is the Dark Order's 10 taking on the Acclaim's Max Caster for the 5th and technically final spot in the face of the Revolution ladder match going down this Sunday at AEW Revolution here. This was fantastic. I love how much love AEW has given the Huber family, and having -1 in here and everything is just so cool, man. Having -1 be the leader of the Dark Order, coming out with 10, having his own mask that is identical to 10's, it's just incredible. Like, I love this so much. I can't believe how much they're going out of their way for them. It's incredible to see still to this day going forward. I love it. I love it so much. And this match was pretty good. I was pretty thrown off here by Jack Evans hitting 10 with the boombox, the stereo, whatever it is that you want to call it. Man, I was so confused. I'm like, why the hell is Jack Evans, of all people, helping Max Caster win a match? I was so confused. And then Jack Evans walked up to the ramp, and Matt Hardy was standing there with an envelope that said $4,200 on it, and he handed it over to him. And then I remembered, my dumb ass, that Matt Hardy said he was going to take out every single member of the Dark Order, and on BTE he said that he was going to pay Jack Evans and Angelico to do tasks for them as well. So I was like, damn, I can't believe that I forgot that. And this is a really great callback to that. I'm really glad that they threw in that little segment at the end, because someone would have had to explain it to me, because I had already forgotten. Andre says, are we going to see a rematch for the Women's Tag Team Championships at Raw? Probably not. You know, maybe we'll see a triple threat or something at Fastlane with Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler versus Lana Naomi versus Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez, maybe, perhaps. Something along those lines. I'm not quite sure. Delight says the death match gives me hopes for a CZW invasion. They just keep stacking on the promotions. Rocco says, I'm fine with it being pre-taped. I just don't want a bunch of cinematic cameras and cuts. Yeah, I feel you on that one. I saw first as Revolution is the pay-per-view name, and the signing is Batista to introduce AEW Evolution. That'd be hilarious. Oh, you know, I accidentally skipped over the Sting segment here, which was great as well. Ricky Starks came out and said the Sting was great, said that he still does not think that he's the icon, and slapped him in the face. Sting retaliated with a slap that knocked Ricky Starks right out of his loafers. It was great. It was great. This is really good. My only complaint, like, everything here with Sting looked great. The Scorpion Deathlock and everything was great. The only thing that was really weird is that he had Sting had Ricky Starks in the Scorpion Deathlock, kind of far away from the ropes, and Team Taz came out, and Powerhouse Hobbs was just trying to like reach in and grab Starks, as opposed to like just getting in the ring and attacking Sting. So Hook was the one that actually came into the ring and put Sting in a chokehold. It was very odd, but very good. I'm very excited for this match. I had said it for a couple of weeks that I thought that this feud kind of got stale. It just went on for so long without anything really going on. It was just kind of the same thing over and over. But after last week, with the whole body bag thing, the video, the rafters, and Darby coming down, it was good. It was really good. I really liked it. So it completely rejuvenated everything I thought about this, and I cannot wait to see the Street Fight tag match at AEW Revolution this Sunday. Delight says maybe teasing a Hobbs face turn. Perhaps. That'd be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. Next up was our AEW Dynamite main event of the night, where we saw Hangman Adam Page teaming up with the Dark Order's John Silver to take on Big Money Matt and Marc Quen. And something to note here is that I was very disappointed when I saw that Adam Page's nameplate said AdamPageWrestling.com. I was like, man, they finally given up the nameplate gimmick. This sucks. This sucks. And then I went to AdamPageWrestling.com, and I was not disappointed. It is a YouTube video where the video is a horse, and it says relaxing guitar music and horses in nature, stress relief. Couldn't be any prouder. This was incredible. I loved it so much. This is so funny. I love the Hangman Adam Page nameplate stuff. It's so good. I look forward to it every time I see him on my TV. Delight says Adam better join the Dark Order. He just might. All Or, you know, maybe he'll just kind of be that outsider that's always with them. He won't like necessarily join or something like that, but he'll always just be with them and be Hangman. I wouldn't mind that either. Andre says Undisputed Era is fine. Yes, they are. They are. You know, you noticed Papa Adam Cole helped little Roderick Strong take a nice nap last week. He was stressed out. Things were not going his way, but did you see Roderick Strong? He was dressed up all nice. You know that this man's got himself a lot of rest. He was ready to go for NXT tonight. He had himself a main event match with Finn Balor, the NXT World Champion. Finn Balor as well. And I think it's safe to say that you can thank Papa Cole for that. Had Papa Cole not put Baby Strong down for a nap, this match probably wouldn't have happened. Strong might not have had enough juice in the tank to hang with Finn Balor for so long tonight. So thank you, Papa Cole. And yes, Undisputed Era is fine. I promise you. Alex says, who is more fine, the Undisputed Era or the Inner Circle? I would say that they're equally fine. They're equally fine. That's how I would define those, if you get what I'm saying. Yeah. So, Hangman Adam Page and John Silver get the win here over Marc, Quen, and Matt Hardy in tonight's AEW Dynamite main event match. After the match, Matt Hardy grabbed a microphone and attacked both Silver and Page from behind. Said that he was going to cost him everything and that this was all a setup, and just continued to strike Hangman Adam Page in the head with a microphone. And eventually the Dark Order came running out of the tunnel down to the ring to help save the day. And this was cool again because it was led by -1 once again. He was signaling all of them to come out, and he was just standing on the stage, throwing his hands around everywhere. I thought that was really cool. Delight says, define the fine. If I were going to define the fine, I would just say that it's fine. That's what I would say for that. This was really good, and they didn't really do anything to build up for the tag team stuff that was going on. So, of course, in typical AEW fashion, they decided to end tonight's show in a huge brawl. You know, at least this one kind of makes sense. I'm kind of over the whole brawl format by AEW. I think I've said this a million times. It's their go-to. It's their go-to. A brawl is the answer for everything for AEW. And you know, like I said, I don't necessarily have a problem with it in this one because it was kind of hype up the tag team. What is it? The tag team casino battle royal that is going to take place at Revolution. So I was fine with this. And something to note as well is that all the teams were out there except Rey Fenix and Pac. They came out very last and their music played to bring them out. So I thought that was very, very interesting to see. Obi James says, funny, I was just praising AEW for not doing a big boy brawl at the end. Yep, and there they go. Hey, if it's a AEW Go Home episode, you can 100% count on there being a big man brawl. 100%. They love it. Tony Khan loves himself some brawls. Loves it. Delight says, at least they're not pinning their champions. Oof. Yes. I hate that, man. I hate it. Andre says Adam Cole is going to lose next week because of Kyle O'Reilly. They will have a feud, and then Adam Cole is finally going to the main roster. Yeah, you know, I would agree with you. I would think that Kyle O'Reilly will cost Adam Cole the match. If not, I would say that Kyle O'Reilly will attack Adam Cole after the match. And then we'll probably see Adam Cole versus Kyle O'Reilly at the NXT TakeOver on WrestleMania week. And then maybe have Adam Cole lose that. Maybe have Adam Cole win it. I don't know, whatever you want to do. And then I would have Adam Cole debut on Raw or SmackDown after WrestleMania. I Saw First says, good night. This is it for me. See you on Friday. On the mood. Hit appreciate the thumbs up. Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. Yeah, we're about to wrap up this show here as well anyways. Shelvis says, I love big brawls. I mean, they have a time and a place. I just wish that they didn't do them overly. They do them way too much. Way too much. Marcel says, Pac and Phoenix, I need to win. Please, Bucks versus Pac and Phoenix would be match of the year. It would be very good. Yes, very, very, very good. Rocco says, I don't know if it's because I grew up loving brawls on WWE, but I love AEW brawls like tonight was perfect. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I like them. I just wish they didn't do them so much. That's where I would go with that. And like I said, this one fits. It's all the tag teams that are in the tag team Casino Battle Royal, so no big complaints there. I thought this show was fantastic. Really. I really did. This show, I don't think that they skipped a beat through the whole entire thing. To be honest, I'm looking over everything that happened, and there were no signs of stopping whatsoever tonight. AEW Dynamite was fantastic. This is how you do a go-home show into a pay-per-view. Almost everything that happened tonight was leading into AEW Revolution this Sunday. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Shelva says, Culver's Kyle, no DQ. I'm down for that, man. Down for that. Andre says, so you think Adam Cole is going to win the NXT championship? I would love that. No. I'm saying that Adam Cole loses 100%. And I'm saying that either Kyle O'Reilly costs him the match or Kyle O'Reilly beats him down after the match. And then we get Kyle O'Reilly versus Adam Cole at TakeOver. That's what I'm guessing. And then I would guess that we probably get Finn Balor versus Karrion Kross at NXT TakeOver. That would be my guess as well for that. And have a new NXT champion. Rocco says that's me with the stuff WWE does. Like, I can't stand the disqualification and count out. Like, there's a time and a place for those. Yeah. And it just ruins the feeling of a DQ or a count out, Rated C says, it would be dope if Adam Cole uses his Ring of Honor theme since the Undisputed Era is over. Yeah, it'll be very interesting and very weird to see what Adam Cole will enter with when he's done with the Undisputed Era. Very weird. It's going to be very weird to see. Delight says the women's match was the low point for me and it still kicked ass. Couldn't agree more. Andre says TakeOver is on my birthday. Well, happy early birthday, man. What a great birthday gift you will be given. What a great gift. All right. Well, I think that is going to do it for me tonight. That wraps up the show here. But before we go, let's take a little trip down the road here to see what the rest of the week looks like. So tomorrow we will have the ratings. I don't believe there's any delays in them. So we will have the ratings for AEW and NXT. Friday, we will have a Friday Night SmackDown post show. On Saturday, there will be an AEW Revolution's predictions video that will be available in the morning time. If I have enough time, I really want to schedule in an AEW Revolution's community predictions live stream like we did with the Royal Rumble. I would love to do that again. Sunday is AEW Revolution, and there will 100% be an AEW post show after that as well. I'm very excited for that. That is going to be my first ever AEW pay-per-view post show, so I'm very excited. I hope that turns out very well. Very, very well. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. As always, I greatly appreciate it. I will see you tomorrow on Instagram and all of that good stuff, and I will see you here once again on Friday for the Friday Night SmackDown post show. Have a good rest of your night. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you all later. Peace.